Alright, hello, and welcome to another episode of Music Notes. That's right, folks. Get excited because today is a brand new day. And we got notes to take and make. So, shake and bake. I don't know if I can say that. For real. Here we go. It's another day. And this is Music Notes, people. What is the show about? It's about songwriting, folks. It's about songwriting. Now I know that many of you out there love songs so much that you sit around like I do wondering, what's with this song? What is going on here? And for that very reason, we have Music Notes every Tuesday and Thursday. And yeah, it's a great show where we cover the hit songs of today in an unusual way. What we do is we talk about the melodies, we talk about the harmonies, we talk about the song structure, we talk about maybe the artists, the instrumentation, the lyrics, the motive, the warrant. No? Maybe that's too far. But what we do, for sure, is we talk about songs.
Oh no.
For real. And today we have a great song to dance to, for you to listen to on your own. Because an interesting thing about Music Notes is we don't want any copywriting static. So, we don't even play these songs at all. Well, I play them, but I listen to them on headphones. And you guys out there just keep bobbing your head to the music until it's over. But it doesn't take anything away from the song presentation itself, because it's not so much about hearing the song while you listen as much as it's about what goes into writing a hit song. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today we have a dance song by a very popular artist right now who goes by the name of Dua Lipa. And the song of the day is We're Good. We're good. We are good. We're good. By Dua Lipa. That's what we're going to talk about today. Do you love that song? I hope so. If not, stick around. Because I'm also going to be announcing the two things that we're going to give away for the month of February and March. Actually, let's do that right now. So what I was thinking is, this is a song show dedicated to, created for singer-songwriter types, right? Here's need a water bottle. This is my favorite water bottle. From a cool brand that I like. This is a really resilient water bottle, folks. Obviously, helps you reduce plastic waste. If you're into that, this is a fully two-piece, well, it's three-piece jar with like plastic, glass, plastic, but you reuse it, right? So that's for the singer part. And then even though I haven't bought it yet. Watch out for blunders here. I'm also going to be giving away a very nice notebook for your writing needs. It's a pretty good bundle, folks. I mean, I myself could use a new notebook. I think I have 100 or something. But who can have too many? Anyway, let's get down to business. Let's get focused. It's time for the show. So, what do we got? First thing up on the agenda for music notes is Hypothetical Origins. Yeah! Yay! Yes, people! I know. Hypothetical Origins are cool because we don't know if it's the reason that the song was written, but we just imagine that it is. And if it isn't, who cares? So, where do we go looking for our hypothetical origins? I like to start with what I think is the most logical place to start, which is with the lyrics. Guess where all the words are, and that kind of gives you a feel, right? I probably should search for something a little bit more clear than Dua Lipa lyrics. Weird. Alright. So, what does she say here? Ooh, I gotta go to a good site here, sorry. For me, it very much matters which site we use because I like to have it say you're in the verse, you're in the chorus, you're in this, you're in that. I like to know these things, okay? We'll get to that in just a minute. So, pulling up the lyrics right now. How you guys doing today? Are you good? We're good. Alright, so we got verse 1 is like 10 words. Is that real? That's a big contrast from our last song. Our last song, I would say the verses had close to 100 words. Here we have, I'm on an island, even when you're close, can't take the silence, I'd rather be alone. I think it's pretty plain and simple. We gave it all we could. It's time I wave goodbye from the window. Let's end this like we should and say we're good. That was the verse and the pre-chorus. In the chorus, we're not meant to be sleeping and cocaine. We're not meant to be like sleeping and cocaine. So let's. What in the world? Okay, I have a dog that usually stays outside who just decided that he's going to come inside through the doggy door. And he's just getting right in the bed. It looks like, okay, Chewy. Okay, anyway, we got to stay focused. That was special. Okay, let's get back to the chorus. We're not meant to be like sleeping in cocaine. So let's at least agree to go our separate ways. I'm not going to judge you when you're with somebody else, as long as you swear you won't be pissed when I do it by myself. Let's end it like we should and say we're good. Okay, so this one's simple for me. This one, I don't know you can fit through there, folks. That's why I'm laughing. This one's simple, okay? Listen. This song comes from somebody wanted to break up and just be like, hey, let's just Act like it's all good. Yeah. Hypothetical origins, folks. Sometimes they're complicated. Sometimes they're just downright impossible. This time, I think we might have nailed it. Alright, so while my dog, who is very old and blind, wanders around trying to figure out where exactly he is, I'm going to keep going. Alright, so Dua Lipa worked with some producer named Sly, which I don't really know that well at all. Sly Willie Silverstone. Okay, Chewy, you're knocking my lights out. We need a light down. I gotta text my wife for help here. Okay. Hold on there, folks. This is an unusual day. Let me just get up. I'm just gonna let him out. Chewy! Come on, Chewy! Over here! Come on! Come back inside or outside. Come on! Chewy! Come on! Come on, Chewy! Come on, Chewy! Hey! Chewy! Chewy! Come on, Chewy! Baby, you can come here, help me get Chewy. Come outside. Yeah. And I'm trying to get him outside of it. I'm trying to do my show too.
Come on, Chewy.
And he's just like not responding. So, where were we? My wife tries to get the dog outside. What were we talking about? Okay, structural guidelines. Next thing on the list is structural guidelines. What are structural guidelines, folks? Let's be quiet on this for a second. Let's get quiet here. A structural guideline in a song could be anything, but usually it's what's called the song format. Usually, whether it's verse, chorus, pre-chorus, second chorus, third chorus, fifth chorus, the order of the verses and the choruses and the bridges and the et ceteras, right? That is usually what people think of when they think of structural guidelines. However, but if you can just lock the doggy door with a little latch, or I guess you got it. Anyway, so that's so weird. Yeah, so that's the normal thing. Today is an unusual day. We're going to talk about more than just that. We're going to look at the tempo. We're going to look at the lyrics. We're going to look at the mood of the song. All those things are structural guidelines for the sake of this show, okay? Wow. Let's get refocused. This is my get focused button. You see that face? Come on, that's how you know. I'm locking it in on y'all. Okay, so the structural guidelines for this song. Verse, which is really short verse. I gotta just say something about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's 12 words. Sorry, 16 words. Maybe if I could count. 16 words. That's a short chorus. Wow, sorry, verse. Verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus. Verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. That's the standard song, folks. No outro, no intro. At least that's what's written here. Sometimes on the lyric sites they say there's no intro, but there's really like a 1 bar, 2 bar instrumental intro or something like that. If there is, I'll bring it up because we're gonna get to the next thing here, which is what's it called? The arrangement. But before we do that, let's talk about the tempo real quick. I just want to see what the tempo is. I know this is the dance hall like kind of vibe, kind of like what's the word, like Caribbean, like island kind of vibe, because it has that kind of like keyboard bounce to it. I'm gonna give a little tempo check here. That's pretty like moderate, maybe like 70 BPM or so, 75. So you got a pretty steady song, uh, just under 3 minutes. Really sparse with the words. I'm surprised at that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. First of all, let's look at the arrangement. What is the arrangement? The arrangement is what comes when, how is it put together, what comes first, second, third, whatever it may be. When do things come in? When do they go out? It's basically the arrangement. Okay? I'm going to give you the play-by-play on the arrangement as I see it. What you're about to witness is 2 minutes and 45 seconds of arrangement music notes. Here we go. All right, kind of filter, larger music sound. So that I will call that the intro. Then everything comes in. Drums, vocals, a bass, like a guitar kind of a thing. In the pre-chorus, we get new vocals. I think it's pretty plain and simple. Female vocals out wide. Then chorus, the full musical arrangement changes, okay? It becomes way brighter. The guitars turn more rocky. It's much more guitar driven, I would say. Then after that, it kind of strips down for a second and jumps back into that first groove. So the verses and the pre-choruses have the similar groove, and then the choruses have a completely different vibe. This is the pre-chorus now. Oh, we could. It's time we wave goodbye. Third line of the pre-chorus, the music kind of strips out so it can drop, and it gives you that kind of vacant space for the whole new groove to come in and not disturb anything. Not going to judge you when you're on somebody else's. Getting really big with background vocals. Okay, here we are at the bridge. Bridge, first line sparse. Second line sparse, vocal and a guitar. Sparse the whole time. So kind of like almost like a negative bridge. Chorus is big, big. You got main vocal, and then the main vocalist also singing ad-libs over it, and backgrounds. The last couple lines, they strip it down to just a couple little instrument parts, and yeah, then they're out. Nice. So, listen for yourself, make your own opinions, but I think that's a pretty cool arrangement in the sense that like everybody kind of likes surprise in music. I mean, I'm really bad. But assuming that your surprise is a good surprise, like a whole new groove that just sounds really cool and takes the song into a new place, it's a welcome thing, you know? So the big surprise on this one is definitely the chorus just having like a completely different song profile, the verse or the pre-chorus. So that's what I would say is most interesting about the arrangement. Otherwise, the arrangement is pretty typical in terms of the structure. I think for me, this is like a really good word count. I don't know what the number of words is here. If we can get a word count. Hey, forget about it. Give me a word count. Alright, we're going to get a word count here. Let's see, what do we do? Control Enter, Control V. We'll just ignore the verse, chorus, pre-chorus titles and stuff. Let's get a count on that. 305. About 100 words a minute. Think about that in terms of reading speed. It's pretty slow, right? It's like a nice, comfortable pace. Very like kind of slow conversational. It's nice. I like it. Dig it. Okay, what's next? Next we talk about okay. Gotta kind of go back here for a second. The verse is pretty. This is kind of like a typical builder up. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na na. So I feel like, okay, for me, like, the sort of profile melodically for this song is like, it's built on this like repetitive emphasis. Na 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 na. That like then so there's that kind of holds down the idea of what's going on in the verse, and then it kind of gets a little bit, starts to climb, and then it goes up to like a whole nother register basically, and the song is at that point on just giving off a whole nother vibe. It's up in higher octave, the guitars climb up there, it's like this level up kind of a concept where melodically it's very steady, kind of repetitive, and then it physically, the notes jump up higher, everything kind of goes up, and then it comes back down for the verse again, and does it again, where da, 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 da. Like, that's a really good popular way to arrange a vocal, because closing in on 5 minutes over here. Show's almost over, folks. This thing is just blazing fast, especially with random dog interruptions. You just never know what's going to happen on Music Notes. This is a crazy show. But yeah, when you're writing a song, you know, it's all about you. Except for when it's not. Because the other thing that you got to do, the other thing that you're after, is just to connect with somebody else, you know? It's cool, like, just to get focused in and to not worry about what anybody thinks. I think that's definitely what you should do during the creative process. when you're outside the creative process and you enter into more of the sculpting and the sort of like subtractive, more refinement stages of your song,
what are you going to do?
what are you going to do then? You know, that's when you take a second look at it and you decide what you can do this way or that way to make it a little bit nicer, you know, a little sweeter. Da 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 bum 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 dum dum bum dum. Like she could have just sang that anyway, you know. But instead, she chose to do it with that little emphasis, like that. It kind of like it almost like brings about its own like physical like kind of like dance like move with it, you know. It's like this visceral thing to hear that little grunt in the melody. I think that's a really important thing to consider whenever you're refining your songs. Is like, where can I maybe put some accents or whatever in this song to really make this melody stick, you know? Well done, Dua Lipa. Well done. All right. So, then we got creative cameos. We got to go through this quickly here. Creative cameos. I would say the biggest creative cameo, the one thing that kind of just stands out as one of a kind in this song is the chorus. It's a completely different song almost. It's like they made a vibe and they're like, yeah, it's a good vibe. And they're like, I want to change it to something else. And they found a whole other song and and after picking that whole other song, they figured out a way to just Frankenstein them together in a cool way, and boom, you get this whole other contrasting vibe in the chorus that's like just completely different. For me, that's the creative cameo for this song. It's like that's the thing in my mind to take note of. Is like, wow, this is a cool shift here. My guess, wow, we didn't look at the structure of the song in terms of chords, but I would be willing to bet that the chords stay the same and the texture sonically changes. I feel like that's almost like the key to making really abrupt changes is to make them while also keeping them the same. I'm on an island, E minor, A, E minor, A, E minor, A, E minor. A, okay? Pre-chorus, E minor, A, E minor, A, E minor, A, D, D7, G. So there's that little climb we talked about. On that little climb where they climb up into the higher register for the chorus, they start shifting the chords to D, D7, G, and then they do something different actually. G, A, D, G, A, D, G. Sorry, G, A, D, G, G, A, D, G. They go back to the E minor A for a second, then D, G, G, A, E minor A. Well, if I bet, I would have lost. They didn't keep it the same at all. They actually switched to something of like maybe a more. I feel like it has more of a E minor vibe and not an A vibe, but that's your call. I'm the judge on that. I still say this says 70 BPM. What did I say it was? 70 BPM? Oh, hey, is that right? Anyway. Unanswered questions. If you can walk away from a breakup, doesn't that mean you're good? Right? That'd be my question. I don't know. That's the question I would ask. You're already good if you can just walk away and just act like you're fine. But maybe that's not the greatest question. You give me your questions. You write your questions for the song.